Right now, a new 3-digit phone code you'll want to learn and keep handy. Wisconsin leaders proudly announced the 988 crisis lines launch.
Plus, the 2024 Republican National Convention could be on its way to Milwaukee, why the city's Democratic mayor says he wants to host the convention.
And President Biden finishes up his trip to the Middle East, what he said to Saudi Arabia's leader about the 2018 murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. That's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10.
Making this hotline number easier to remember and call, a hotline that has proven to be an effective tool in a crisis, will save lives.
A bold and important prediction from local, state, and federal leaders today on the eve of a new service going live across Wisconsin and the entire country.
You'll want to memorize this number, 988. It is meant to be a lifeline for people in need, echoing a number we all know by heart. We have one of Wisconsin's congressional members to thank for turning that number from being an idea into a reality that launches tomorrow. Armand Rahman joins us to explain.
Eric and Charlotte, Congress designated the 988 code in 2020. With staffing being low at crisis centers nationwide, there's concern about the influx of calls expected. But Wisconsin officials say the state is ready to support those struggling.
Good morning, 988. How can I help you?
The hope is that 988 becomes as embedded in people's minds as 911 and provides more specific services.
Sending our police to a mental health crisis can be a misdirected use of our law enforcement and first responder resources and may not give those in crisis the direct connection to compassionate, accessible care and support that they need.
Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin helped spearhead the federal plan. The new number is expected to generate 93% more emergency calls over the next year, fielded by dispatchers with Family Services of Northern Wisconsin. They hope to increase their staff of 26 with $1.7 million federal grant dollars over 2 years.
Wisconsin is ready to implement this 988 number.
Officials hope 988 helps more struggling youth, members of the LGBTQ+ community, and veterans.
I hear a similar sentiment shared again and again. To quote, "Of the men and women who served with me, I've lost more to suicide than to combat."
Giving everyone, but especially those who fought for our country, someone to lean on.
Any veteran in crisis can now call 988, press the number 1, and be connected with the Veteran Crisis Line. You will be connected with a real person qualified to support veterans.
When Senator Tammy Baldwin first presented the bill in 2019, she saw crisis creeping into one of Wisconsin's most important industries.
Increased rate of rural resident suicide for agricultural workers and farmers because of the major financial stress.
Which is why greater accessibility could be the first step for those deep in struggle.
988 is going to help us save lives.
And it's important to note the existing 10-digit suicide hotline is not going away. Both that number on your screen now and 988 will be routed to the same suicide crisis lifeline.
And let's check your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
It's nice to be out on the patio right now without an umbrella, though that was certainly necessary earlier this afternoon. We had some really steady showers come through today. Our Doppler track is quiet now overnight, and it looks like it'll stay mostly quiet for this weekend. Overall rainfall total is the highest in Grant County and the western edge of Lafayette County, where we climbed 3 to 5 inches, or accumulated 3 to 5 inches of rain. Some areas over 5 inches just outside of Platteville. The western edge of Dane County in that 1.5 to 2 inch range. The same goes just outside of Monroe and Janesville. Overnight, mostly cloudy and keep things mostly dry. But looking ahead to tomorrow, there's a slight chance for an isolated shower on your Saturday. I think most of the area is going to stay dry, and the focus is mostly on the warm temperatures and higher humidity. But we could see that isolated shower pop up for Saturday and for Sunday. We'll time out our future track in just a few minutes.
When we show how Milwaukee hosts a big national political convention, we're inviting other convention planners to take notice.
It appears Milwaukee and Wisconsin, for that matter, will get the chance. The Republican National Convention voted today to select Milwaukee as its host site for the 2024 RNC. An RNC senior advisor said in a statement, the likely site of Milwaukee is a testament to the professional behavior Milwaukee's leaders showed through the process. That includes Democrats like Milwaukee's mayor.
I don't agree with everything in the Republicans' platform. I disagree that the party's political stance is a huge range of issues. That being said, Republicans will host their convention somewhere in the United States in 2 years. I want the economic benefits. I want the convention. I want the visitors. I want the attention of the world to be right here on Milwaukee.
The RNC chairwoman still needs to finalize that decision, and Milwaukee would need to accept, but it appears that will happen. Milwaukee beat out Nashville in the competition. You'll recall Democrats planned to hold their 2020 convention in Milwaukee, but COVID led to a very small, mainly virtual version.
President Biden will head back to Washington tomorrow after finishing a 4-day trip to the Middle East. Today, he held a key meeting with Saudi Arabia's de facto leader, Mohammed bin Salman, pressing him on the 2018 murder of Jamal Khashoggi. The president had previously denounced MBS after U.S. intelligence concluded he ordered the journalist's assassination.
I said very straightforwardly, for an American president to be silent on an issue of human rights, is this inconsistent with who we are and who I am?
President Biden's visit comes as the administration hopes to secure a boost in oil production to ease gas prices. OPEC is expected to discuss the issue next month. The U.S. Navy says the fire that destroyed the USS Bonhomme Richard in 2020 was preventable, and more than 20 sailors have been punished for it. The most serious action against the ship's leaders and the fire response team. The Bonhomme Richard was in port for upgrades that would have allowed the billion-dollar amphibious warship to carry the Lockheed Martin F-35B fighter jets. One of the ship's crew members, Ryan Mays, is accused of intentionally setting the fire.
The U.S. House passing 2 bills today that would protect abortion access 3 weeks after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. The Women's Health Protection Act prohibits states from imposing limits on abortions that would make them more difficult or costly to obtain. The House also passed a separate measure prohibiting states from interfering with a woman's right to cross state lines to obtain an abortion.
Every person deserves dignity, safety, and care in seeking an abortion.
Mid to late term abortion is a barbaric procedure which can include dismemberment of the baby and crushing of the skull.
Both measures are likely to fail in the Senate, where 60 votes are required to advance legislation. Last week, the Biden administration took executive action to try to protect women who cross state lines to seek abortions and is further exploring other federal steps.
The divorced man accused of stalking a former classmate and plotting to kill her and her family pleaded not guilty in court today. 20-year-old Gabriel Savage made the plea during an arraignment this morning in Dane County Court. He's facing 6 felony charges, including 4 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide, 1 count of attempted first-degree sexual assault by use of a dangerous weapon. Savage is currently being held in the Dane County Jail on a $100,000 bond. A man who worked as a youth pastor at a Madison church has been found guilty of 5 felony counts of second-degree sexual assault of a child. 63-year-old Glenn Usselman was charged with repeatedly abusing a girl from 1988 to 1992, starting when she was 12. Usselman served as a youth pastor at Calvary Gospel Church on the city's east side. The victim described his actions as grooming behavior. According to the complaint, the victim later married Usselman before they got divorced in 2006. And we're learning more about the unarmed man who was shot and killed in Akron, Ohio last month when 8 police officers opened fire on him after a high-speed chase. An autopsy report released today reveals the 25-year-old had 46 gunshot wounds. The medical examiner said Walker had no drugs or alcohol in his system. Walker was laid to rest Wednesday after days of protest and unrest in Akron. Attorneys for the Walker family say they plan to hold police accountable for every round fired at Walker.
In Russia today, WNBA star Brittany Griner entered a courtroom holding cell wearing a Nirvana t-shirt. She was there as her attorney submitted defense evidence. Griner has been held since February when Russian police arrested her for carrying cannabis oil in her airplane luggage. Attorneys presented a letter today from an American doctor recommending the use of medical cannabis for chronic pain. Griner's attorneys also submitted standard anti-doping tests that showed no use of drugs.
In the hearings yesterday and today, what became very clear is the tremendous amount of respect and admiration, both in the United States and here in Russia, where Ms. Griner has been playing basketball for 7 years.
The U.S. considers Griner wrongfully detained and says it's doing all it can to get her released. Griner faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. One of the FBI's 10 most wanted is now in custody. Today, a Mexican Navy source confirmed Rafael Caro Quintero has been detained. He was wanted for several crimes, including the murder of a federal agent, kidnapping, and drug charges. Mexican authorities say Caro Quintero, who's known as the narco of drug traffickers, is the founder of the Guadalajara cartel.
The U.S. is seeing a rapid increase of monkeypox cases, and the CDC says more cases are expected to emerge in the coming weeks. The reason, it is getting easier to test patients and report cases. Also, the incubation period of the virus can be as long as 3 weeks, which means many people who have already been infected likely haven't confirmed their cases yet. Local health experts say we shouldn't be too concerned because of how the virus is spread, which is skin-to-skin contact.
Casual passing by in the grocery store, for example, or sitting next to someone at a restaurant. It's not going to be how you get monkeypox.
According to the CDC's website, there are 1,814 confirmed cases in the U.S. Wisconsin has 6 of those.
Now to an update on gas prices. It's good news for drivers. Prices are continuing to fall. According to a Gas Buddy analysis this week, the national average for gas has fallen for 4 straight weeks after peaking at an historic high in mid-June. It is the longest decline in average gas prices since the beginning of the pandemic. But Gas Buddy says we're not in the clear just yet. There's still a chance the prices could go back up if any disruptions happen. As for Wisconsin, we're down to $4.36 on the average for a gallon of regular unleaded. Even better news for those of us in south central Wisconsin, prices even lower. Dane County, for example, averaging $4.14. Columbia County, $4.21. Rock County, $4.15. According to AAA, Lafayette County, one of the highest averages in the state at $4.50 a gallon. Coming up on News 3 Now at 10, an historic property on Lake Monona, giving the public an opportunity to explore it through a special event.
Plus, many people heading to the airport this weekend could face travel-related headaches again as airlines continue to struggle with cancellations.
Hy-Vee hot deals are super hot this Friday through Sunday. Get a 24-pack of Pepsi products, only $8.48. Plus, get a 5-cent fuel saver. A 40-pack of Hy-Vee purified water, only $3.99. Plus, get a 5-cent fuel saver. And the savings are hotter than hot on our special recipe brats. Get 8 for only $12. Plus, get a 16-cent fuel saver. Scan the QR code and check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for the rest of summer on all Silverado pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Saturday morning, our Will Loper breaks down his top 3 picks for movies and shows streaming now. And Julian's tracking thunderstorms this weekend. Your certified most accurate forecast Saturday at 5 and 8.
watching News 3 Now at 10.
And welcome back. They set a rain date for tomorrow at East Madison Toyota, and by midday it looked like they may need to use it, but the skies cleared nicely this afternoon, just in time to open the dealership's car show. This is the second year East Madison Toyota hosted this show, but they say last year was thrown together last minute. This year, the general manager expects several hundred cars to show up with prizes for classic sub-70s, muscle era, and best overall.
Yeah, we do a lot of events with the team, and this is probably one that's the most sought after. A lot of team members came out to me and said, hey, let's do it again, so it's great having their support as well.
And now the best part of today's show, not 100, but 200% of proceeds go to the Paralyzed Veterans of America. Penske Motors and Toyota agree to match every dollar raised today.
Meanwhile, in the city of Monona, the Friends of San Damiano celebrating summer with their very first beer garden. People enjoyed food, yard games, live music, and the amazing view from the shoreline. Tours of the property were also given, including an inside peek at the house. In 2020, the city purchased the property and became owners in 2021.
We're treating this as a public park. It's just under 10 acres, 1,500 feet of frontage on Lake Monona. It's got elevated views, so beautiful sunset viewing, bird watching, fishing, access to the lake if you want to wade out and swim. It's got a little something for everyone.
Funds raised at the event will directly benefit the San Damiano Monona Project and Friends of San Damiano. If you missed tonight's event, the next one is scheduled for Thursday, August 11th.
The U.S. is heading into what could be a new painful weekend for air travel. This summer, hundreds of daily cancellations and thousands of delays have made flying very taxing.
Pete Muntean reports from Newark Airport, where nearly 1 in 10 flights have been canceled since Memorial Day.
The summer of travel pain keeps growing, with struggling airlines canceling 30,000 flights since Memorial Day. Now, new data shows where issues are the worst. A FlightAware analysis for CNN shows New York airports leading the nation for flight cancellations. 8% of all flights leaving Newark have been canceled since Memorial Day.
The pain is not spread out evenly. Some airports have much bigger problems than others.
Florida airports take 3 of the top 10 spots for flight delays. A third of all flights from Orlando have been delayed this summer. This new breakdown comes as passengers are packing planes in levels not seen since before the pandemic. But short-staffed airlines say the federal government is also short-staffed at air traffic control facilities.
New York, Newark, and Florida really are air traffic control challenges. There's different issues at some other airlines, but those two places are really struggling.
The FAA puts blame back on airline staffing issues as well as bad weather and heavy air traffic.
We may have to slow the stuff coming out of Florida.
At its round-the-clock command center in Virginia, the FAA showed us how Florida airspace can become clogged with flights, like a traffic jam on a highway.
If you have a couple of thunderstorms right over the center of the state, now you got limitations on where you can go, especially in the summertime. If you want to get there on time, try to get there before lunch.
Airlines argued $50 billion in pandemic aid would make them ready for this rebound.
The airline industry is broken right now, and it's failing every taxpayer.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg tells CNN he is seeing improvements, but still expects airlines to do better.
Look, we are counting on airlines to deliver for passengers and to be able to service the tickets that they sell.
People who want to avoid flying and drive to their destination are also facing a different issue here: high gas prices. According to AAA, the average cost for a gallon of self-serve regular is nearly $4.58 as of today.
We'll check back in with Dana for a complete look at our weekend forecast. Dana?
It's going to be a little warmer outside for Saturday and Sunday, but pretty July-like, pretty summery for us this weekend, which is the good news. It'll be nice to enjoy a little more outdoor time if you're a fan of the warmer weather. And don't mind a little humidity. Here's a look at our Doppler track over the last 3 hours. The showers clearing out. It was certainly a soggy day. Grant County and the western edge of Lafayette County picking up the most rainfall over the last 24 hours. Some areas of Grant County over 5 inches of accumulation, but generally in that 3 to 5 inch range. Again, western Dane County picking up close to 2 inches of rain. But throughout southern Wisconsin, it was a bit of a soggy Friday. Now this weekend, we had so much rain coming through today, it's kind of pulled back on our rain chances for this this weekend, but it's still going to be humid outside. Temperatures currently in the mid to upper 60s, but dew points also generally in the mid to upper 60s. So as that continues overnight, temperatures pull back just a bit more. Likely that we're going to see some patchy fog to start off the day tomorrow. Dew points expected to stay high for Saturday. So we'll have a mostly cloudy sky early in the morning, variably cloudy through the afternoon with a slight chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm on Saturday. High temperatures will be close to 80, so very seasonal, very July-like for Saturday. Same goes heading into Sunday. We're expecting temperatures to fall to the mid-60s early on. We'll have cloud coverage throughout the day with a slight chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening, though most of the area will stay dry. High temperatures on Sunday will be in the middle to lower 80s. Overall rainfall, though, stays well under a tenth of an inch for any of our area. Some folks where we do see those light showers pop up could pick up just a little minor accumulation, but we're not expecting most of us to see any rainfall for Saturday and for Sunday. Beyond this, it still looks warm, still looks very July-like for the rest of the month. Our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day trending above average. Our temperatures looking ahead in that 8 to 14 day above average throughout most of the country. So those temps pulling up just a little bit more looking ahead to next week and the following weekend. Tomorrow 81 though, and that's right where we should be for the middle of July. It'll be warm and humid outside with a slight chance for a shower and storm, but I do think that most of us will stay nice and dry for Saturday. Now on Sunday, 84, partly sunny skies, humid with a slight chance for a shower and thunderstorm. And then on Monday, plan on mostly sunny skies, and that's when we'll see 90. We stay close to 90 heading into Tuesday. Notice Tuesday morning only dropping down to about 70, so it's going to be a very mild start to Tuesday. There's a slight chance for showers on Tuesday, and then we're holding on to that sunshine for the back half of the work week with temperatures staying above average in the mid 80s, and we'll be in the upper 80s by the following weekend. More humidity and dew points climbing up, so we'll see those heat index readings in the middle to upper 90s through most of the work week.
Brewers trying to ride last night's momentum into Game 2 with the Giants. We have early highlights from tonight's late game coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's Ho Chunk Gaming Cruise in the Dells giveaways, where on Friday, July 29th, you could have a chance to win a brand new Chevy Camaro, along with $1,500 in cash and $500 in rewards play. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, your grown-up getaway.
Brothers Maine has been family-owned since 1938. Some of us were born into this family, and others chose to join through the years. And we know you can't replace family, but you can replace appliances, and Brothers Maine is here for you when one breaks down. Our in-house team has delivered ranges to washers to refrigerators to hectic households in a pinch, oftentimes the next day. Just because an appliance breaks down doesn't mean you have to. We're not big box, we're Brothers Maine, and we want you to feel like family here.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Dear gas prices, Toyota's hybrid lineup says, go take a hike. Because we bring efficiency with power and savings with style. Think you can stand in our way? We got this. Toyota Hybrids.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Lash sensational sky high from Maybelline, New York. Limitless length plus volume. Flex brush. Over 10 million sold. And try Sky High Cosmic Black. Intense black pigments. Only from Maybelline, New York.
We've been spending more time than ever before at home, where we're continually inspired to make it our own, where the perfect wall mounting can lift your spirits, and that once hidden path to your door is now illuminated with intrigue to lead you inside. With Patriot Lighting, your lighting is another way to put your personal style on display. Smart, sophisticated, radiant, just like you. We have hundreds of options to make your home and your world shine a little brighter. Find your style with Patriot Lighting, only at Menards.
Out here, we know a thing or two about beef. Hy-Vee knows beef too. Only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to bear the Hy-Vee brand. Only 6 out of 100. Quality like that is hard to find. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
It's Ho Chunk Gaming Cruise in the Dells giveaways, where on Friday, July 29th, you could have a chance to win a brand new Chevy Camaro, along with $1,500 in cash and $500 in rewards play. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, your grown-up getaway.
The Brewers are just a few games away from closing out the first half of the season, and they're really in prime position heading into the All-Star break. They're 10 games over 500, first place in the NL Central, and coming off an exciting win in the series opener with the Giants. Late start, once again, Brandon Woodruff on the bump, 2 on in the second. Lamont Wade Jr. takes it to the wall. He drives in both runners off that triple. The Giants get that early lead, and last check, they're still up. Johnny Davis did not hit the court tonight for the Wizards matchup with the Pacers. Washington able to pick up its second win of the Summer League. The team is now at 500. The rain didn't stop a slate of former Badgers and other big names in the sports world from taking over Glen Golf Park. Melvin Gordon, Diare Agumbuale, and even Bo Jackson all showing up and showing out for the first anniversary tournament of Vibes Golf Club. The goal and mission of Vibes is to break the stereotypes surrounding the game of golf. And this amateur golf club is a collaborative effort, with most of the help coming from almost 10 former Wisconsin football players. They hope that through hosting tournaments and events around the area, they'll show that anyone can play golf.
Growing up as a kid, golf was never even thought about. Like, I've never picked up a club until, maybe one time with one of my friends. But I was just like, yeah, this is, I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm doing. But to me, it was just like kids, especially kids that look like me, act like me, hair like mine. We only look at football and basketball as a way out, to provide for our families. And, I was just thinking, like, it doesn't have to be that.
It was an emotional outing at St. Andrews as Tiger Woods misses the cut for this year's Open Championship. As a 15-time major champion crossed over the historic Spokane Bridge and up 18, he raises cap to thousands of fans who cheered him on. He tries for a birdie on that final hole. He's going to have to settle for a par putt. Woods finishes 9 over.
The ovation I got at 18 is something that I'll always remember, just because I don't know if I'll ever be able to play another one again. So here, future ones, yes, but I don't know if I'll be able to be around for the next one.
As for the rest of the field, Cameron Smith steals the show on 14. He drains an eagle putt. He sits atop the leaderboard at 13 under, heading into moving day. We're going to be right back.
Smith with an eagle to vault 3 clear of the field. We know what a sensational...
How to bring generations together. Start by splashing together. Put this thing, those things, and that thing together. Call it a get-together. Wisconsin Dells, come together.
Soak in the savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. Don't miss the perfect opportunity to fill your home with the world's most comfortable seating for less. It's time for Stressless, proud to be endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
It's a lovely day today, so whatever you've got to do, you got a lovely day to do it in, that's true. And I hope
cars built with safety in mind, even for those guys. The Volkswagen Atlas with standard front assist. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the spacious 2022 Atlas. Limited inventory available.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America's under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
Visiting DePaco Credit Union was the thing that started all this.
We had a lot of student loan debt, low credit scores for bad decisions we had made in our younger years.
We thought it was the point where you could never come back from it. We've always wanted to own our own restaurant, so I just kind of floated the idea like, oh, I found this food truck.
I was like, yeah, let's try it. DePaco helped us so much with just putting everything together.
Definitely life-changing for us.
What we have right now would not have been possible without DePaco Credit Union.
Need to know what the traffic is like before you hit the road? Get the Channel 3000 app now, and I'll tell you where the trouble spots are and how to get around them.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now. Call for action only on News 3 Now. Saving for college at a time of financial uncertainty, Monday at 10.
Finally tonight, a South African winery has its ducks in a row, literally. Outside Cape Town, a 300-year-old winery has a secret weapon in the war against pests. It's this army of ducks.
The vineyard's owner says it's a creative way to provide organic pest control. The ducks eat aphids, snails, and worms that might threaten grape production, while the winemakers do confess to eating duck eggs. Duck itself is never on the menu. As one explains, quote, that would be like eating a colleague.
Oh my gosh, that's true.
They're so cute. Getting the job done.
I love it.
But look at them, like, all right, ducks, let's do this.
Right, it's like an army.
Don't
it
touch
really is.
the grapes.
A little brigade of them marching through.
Well, let's go back to Dana. Final check of the forecast.
I think the ducks might have liked the rain coming through today.
True.
But overall this weekend, drying up a little bit. Variably cloudy for Saturday, some more cloud covers and sunshine. Humid outside with highs in the low 80s. Sunday in the mid 80s with a slight chance for showers and storms, but mostly dry for this weekend and hot for next week.
Dana, thanks. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good and have a great weekend.